Hello, everybody. This is Dee from Dee's Delicious Bites, and I'm back. Back with another video, mukbang and cooking show. So everybody, let's go. Check out my video. If you wanna get it right, come join Delicious Bites. Check it, video. Check out my video. Welcome back to my channel, everyone. If you're new here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell as well so you never miss out on another delicious bite. And if you've been in it for a minute, I thank you so very much for coming on back. So today, you guys, I am super excited to try the hot cocoa bombs that have been breaking the internet. They have been on social media like crazy, and I think they're so cute. And let's get into it because it's going to take me a while, and this may be a two-parter. So I'm starting out with this Log House Premium Quality America's Candy Coating Candy Quick chocolate, and it's naturally flavored and it's microwavable. It comes in its own little microwave pan, but I'm not going to use it that way because I'm scared that it's going to burn. So I'm going to do it in a water bath and pray that it works out. And I only used half of this box, half of these blocks. And what I did was I shredded it. I just took my knife and I shredded it. And this is the coloring of it. I'm hoping that it will be nice and shiny and not dull, but we'll see what happens. So I'm going to do a water bath just because I'm really worried that it may burn if I don't. So, and then before we get into that, my water is still over here in the tea kettle. It's still hot. So before we get into that, let's talk about the silicone mold that is so hard to find. You can get it on Amazon, but by the time you get it, Christmas will be over and done with. So I didn't even try to order it on Amazon. My boss ordered it. And she's like, oh, I got a couple of them. If you want to use it, you can. I said, I will figure it out, but thank you. That was very sweet of her to offer. So what I did was I researched. I've been watching these Cocoa Bomb videos forever and ever. And this one lady did little foil molds. So I'm praying that this is going to work because this is what I did. And what she did was take an egg and wrap foil around it until it made a mold, and she took the egg out. Well, I didn't want it to be that small, so I took one of these plastic unbreakable Christmas ornaments and I washed it very well. And then I took and wrapped this just like this. And it's not going to be smooth. It's going to make your cocoa bomb look crinkly. I don't care about that. That's not a big deal for me. I just wanted to do these. I was so super excited to do these, and I did not want to wait forever and ever for Amazon to send me the silicone or silicone. I can't say silicone. I keep saying silicone molds. So I will order them and use them next year. But for now, this is what I'm going with. If you don't have them, we'll see how this goes. If this goes well, then you can do this also. So I'm just wrapping it. No big deal, no rhyme or reason, and squeezing it so that it forms the shape. And then I just rolled it around a little bit. Just trying to get it to form the shape of the ornament. And then you got to peel it open just enough to pull the ornament out. So, and then we're going to cut it down. So this is what I did to get my sphere. And then I just pulled it out. Just loosen it up. Keep loosening it up till you can get your hand in there enough to wiggle it. Do a little wiggle jiggle. Keep wiggling it until you can get it out of there. It's coming. You have to have patience. That's why I said this is probably going to be a two-part video because I don't want to rush through anything. I've never done this before, so I'm excited and nervous, like I said, all at the same time. And this is why I didn't do all of the molds on camera, because it really took me a minute to get these done. So then you have a ball. Set this to the side. And then I cut it down with my scissors. And it doesn't matter if it's perfectly even, because you're going to reshape the chocolate anyway once you get your shell made. And then I just squeezed it together with my fingers all the way around. I looked at it and thought, is this good? One side's higher than the other, a little bit. So then I went back and I trimmed it up. But again, you guys, I didn't really freak out about it that much. I really didn't. Now, you may ask, what is this over here that you're setting these in? Another form of mold. You guys, I realized that these came in something. So they came in one of these little containers that you get when you buy Christmas ornaments, and they're very flexible. So I'm gonna try this. I've washed this already, and it's been sitting since yesterday, so it's good and dry, because you know water and chocolate don't mix. So you gotta make sure everything is nice and dry. So I am going to try to use this as a mold as well, because I feel like, because it's so thin and pliable, I can pop those out. I can pop the chocolate out of here. So yeah, that's why I'm nervous, because I don't really have the proper mold, but I've seen so many people do it without that. So let's get our water bath together and melt this chocolate down. And I'm just going to sit my Pyrex dish in here, my Pyrex cup, and let it start to do its thing. Just let it melt. And hopefully it will melt. I'm going to pour a little bit more water in it, being very careful not to splash water into the chocolate, because if you do, you might as well call it a day. It is going to be a hot mess. Both of these glasses that I'm using are Pyrex. I'm worried about the steam that's rising up, because I don't want it to make any type of water or condensation in here. But it's starting to melt, you guys. So for the sake of the camera, I'll be back when it's melted, for the sake of time. Okay, you guys, I'm back, and that didn't take very long. It has melted, and I'm really kind of happy with the way that it turned out, because I'm not worried now that it's going to burn. It's not. So let's try these. Let's try it. I don't know. Let's just try it. Just going to put the chocolate in. Bring it up the sides. Pray that it works. I don't know. And this is only the first coat. We are going to do a second coat. I have a baker's brush that I can use. I want to spread that around a little bit. And the excess chocolate, I'm going to brush that out of there. So I don't want a whole lot of it at the bottom. But I am going to do a second coat. to firm up the edges so that it doesn't break, because it will break at the edges. So let's try one of the, let's do also one of the foils. Let's see what it does. And we'll see which one I like best. I kind of thought I'd like the foil best because I thought it would be easier to peel the foil away from the chocolate, but I have no idea. None. We're gonna find out together. I'm gonna pull some of the excess chocolate out of the bottom of this. And you guys, I'll be back when I get these all coated. That's what this one looks like. Okay, you guys, I've got 3 foils and 3 that are just sitting in the ornament container. So I'm gonna go, this one's already starting to set up. I'm gonna go put this in a cold area, refrigerator, freezer. I have a storeroom that's really cold. I'm gonna go put this in there and I'll be back when I get ready to do the second coat. Okay, you guys, I'm back and I'm putting the second coat of chocolate on. And so far, at this point, I'm kind of disappointed at the way that they look, because the chocolate, when it's set up, it is not shiny. It's actually dull. It's dull in color. See the back ones that are dull? And it's not the difference of one is in the plasticky kind of shell and the other one's in foil, because there's one of each back here and they're both dull. I'm gonna put the second coat of chocolate on and let it harden up and I'll be back. So you guys, I am back and it was crazy. So the ones that were in the foil cups like this, these are some extra foil cups that I had, released really easy because you just had to peel the foil off. But it, you know, I knew they were going to be crinkly, and that's fine because I'm going to decorate them and it's no big deal. But the ones that were in here, epic fail, could not get them out. Out of the 3, I only got 1 out and it's cracked all the way up, but it came out shiny. So this one did come out pretty, but I'm gonna see if I can salvage it. And then the other chocolate from the ones that cracked, I just put them back in the water bath so I can just fix those up. So now all I need to do, and I have gloves on, when you're handling chocolate, you need to wear gloves because it'll start to melt. Now I'm just straightening up the edges a little bit like that. And then what I'm going to do is, and this is just a hot pan, and I put some parchment on it. You don't have to turn it over like that. You can leave it sitting the other way and just do like this inside the pan, and you don't have to use the parchment. I just wanted the pan to sit up a little higher so you guys could see, so that's why I did it that way. And then I'm going to add in my little chocolate cup that I was able to salvage. This one is the Swiss Miss Cafe Blends, and this is mocha flavored cocoa coffee blend. Okay, and so they, from what I saw in the videos, it said just use 2 tablespoons of hot cocoa mix. You use whatever you want, and just know, like I said, because the cocoa is already sweetened, and so is the chocolate, you may not need as much cocoa. So I got my cocoa in there. I'm going to add in, I think I'm going to save these for Selena because they're so pretty. They're Christmas trees. I'm going to save those for her. So what I'm going to end up doing is using the regular marshmallows. I'm going to put that in there for me. Just add a bunch of mellows. Bunch of mellows. And then I want to add in some sprinkles just to make it look pretty. And I didn't open these ahead of time. There we go. Pull that back so you can see what I'm doing. Just going to put in some sprinkles. And let's see if I could get one of these Ghirardelli chocolate caramels in there. See if that'll fit. This is a milk chocolate caramel. See if I can push it down in there. And then I'm going to take one of these, try to match it up as best I can before I melt it. I think it'll work good that way. Okay, and then I'm going to melt the edges down and put it on quickly. Try to get it to stick, you guys. Okay. So it's got some holes in it. But we're going to go with it. Oh, it didn't stick. Come on. Okay, hopefully it's going to harden up. If not, you can stick it back in the fridge for a little bit. I'm going to melt this down. And I'm going to flip this one over and add some cocoa to it. Now this one's a hot mess, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to try. Add the rest of that cocoa in there. Add in a caramel. Add in some mellows. And this is probably not gonna work, but you know, it is what it is. Epic fail, you guys. Epic fail. I tried to save it, but looking like an epic fail. This one, nope, it didn't stick. I should have left it alone because now it's all cracked. Yeah, epic fail. Yeah, I'm pretty much thinking you really need the silicone molds. And I'm thinking that my chocolate that I used was not the best chocolate to use. So I'm going to use the Ghirardelli chocolate wafers. And we're going to try this again because this is a hot mess. So you guys, because I hate to fail at anything, I went back and I made them work. I actually added some chocolate around the edges to fill in where it was cracked and decorated them, and we're going to roll with it. So this is what they look like. They're not shiny. They're not the most beautiful, But for just home purposes, I would not give these away as gifts. I would not. But just for like me, Selena, it will work. So my cocoa bombs were a semi-fail, but we're going to go with it. I'm going to put one in the cup. I'm going to put that one over there. And I have some, I put a little bit of coffee in my cup, a little bit of instant coffee because that enhances the flavor of chocolate. And what I would say about this is don't use cheap chocolate. Do not, because that is probably part of why it's not the best that it could be. I'm trying to get you guys a good look at this for when I pour the hot milk on top. I mix milk and cream, and here we go. Let's see what it does. It didn't explode like it did on YouTube. So I feel like it's opening up now, but it didn't like burst open like theirs did. So I kind of feel like it is still an epic fail. So I am definitely going to redo this with the Ghirardelli. And I do have it. I just didn't use it because I thought that this other chocolate was going to be good because it's specifically for melting. But it's cheap chocolate, and it responded and it acted like cheap chocolate. So let's see what this is going to taste like. All right, you guys. Let's give this a taste. It definitely did not do what I wanted it to do. But it still tastes good. Ugly as homemade sin, but it still tastes good. I think adding the cream and the milk and adding the teaspoon of coffee is why it tastes good. Because the chocolate on its own, I don't think was good chocolate. So I am going to redo this using the Ghirardelli, and I am just going to use the foil molds because they worked out the best. And we're going to redo this recipe. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like this content and you'd like to see more from me, please give this video a big fat thumbs up. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Show me out, show me out, show me out, y'all. Tell all your friends and family about these delicious bites. Maybe they can stop by and have a cup of cocoa with me as well. As always, I believe you're capable of amazing things. You just have to believe it too. So until I see you and you see me, be beautiful, be blessed, be safe, and be the best you that you can possibly be. I love you guys so very much. And I will see you in my next one. Hey, my very next one. Bye, guys. Today is Vlogmas Day 15. So I will see you tomorrow in Vlogmas Day 16. The cream and the coffee. That's what did it. Bye, guys.